Let's pay homage to the Buddha, fully enlightened one. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. How many days are we? So today I'm going to give a talk. The title of the talk is Giving What? So, as a human being, as an intelligent being, if we want to make for the benefit and for the happiness in this present life and for the future, there are three things we need to do: dana, sila, and bhavana. Apart from these three actions, we can't do for the happiness in this very life and for the future existences too. Among three types of meritorious deeds, offering, morality, and practicing, what I'm going to talk is about offering. So there are two kinds of actions performed by worldly people: so good actions and bad actions. Good actions give good results, while bad actions give bad results. Whether good or bad, one day all actions produce their results. We should therefore carefully consider the possible results of our action before we act. When we look around us, we see disparity. Some people are rich, some are poor. Some are beautiful, some are ugly. Some live long, but some die young. Some are famous, most are ordinary. Some are powerful, others are weak. These inequalities do not appear by chance. It is not someone's good luck that they are healthy, another's bad luck that they are unhealthy. All such inequalities among human beings result from our own intentions and actions. Each person reaps the fruit of his own actions. So on one occasion, the Buddha was asked, what are the causes and conditions why human beings are seen to be inferior and superior? For people are seen to be short-lived and long-lived, sickly and healthy, ugly and beautiful, and influential and influential, poor and wealthy, high-born and low-born and high-born, and stupid and wise. So we all see the inequalities among humans. Some are short-lived, some are long-lived, some are sickly, some are healthy, some are ugly, some are beautiful. So why? So Buddha was asked this question: what are the causes and conditions, Master Gautama, why human beings are seen to be inferior and superior? So the Buddha answered, beings are owners of their actions, heirs of their actions. They originate from their actions, bound to their actions. Have their actions as their refuge. So it is the actions that distinguish beings as inferior and superior. So beings are owners of their actions. We see inferiority and superiority. It is the actions that distinguish this difference. So the Buddha explained the meaning. One who kills living beings will himself lead a short life, and one who abstains from killing living beings will himself lead a long life. So now you all heard what is the difference between what is the cause and action that make people short-lived and long-lived. So killing living beings lead a short life, abstaining from killing leads a long life. So people want to live long life. Buddha said, it is just not by praying we can long live, we can be live long. It is just by abstaining from killing living beings that it can lead a long life. So we see disparity, sickly and healthy. What is the causes and conditions that make we are sick and healthy? Buddha said, one who endures living beings will be a sickly person. Why one who abstains from enduring living beings and lead a healthy life? The cause and conditions of a sickly person is enduring living beings. The cause and conditions of a healthy life is abstaining from enduring living beings. So another question is, what is the cause and conditions of ugly and beautiful? Display of anger, hatred and bitterness will lead to ugliness. And the absence of such negative emotions will be rewarded with beauty. So some have hatred temperament. So that temperament will lead him or lead her to be ugly. So if we have strong loving kindness towards beings, so it will be for beauty. Another question is, what is the cause and conditions of uninfluential and influential? So we see some very famous, some are very successful, some are very rich. So one who feels envious of the gains, honor, respect and veneration being received by others will be deprived of companions. But one who rejoices at the esteem and honor bestowed upon others will be blessed with a multitude of companions. So if we feel envious of the gains of others, if we feel envious of respect being received by others, that action will lead to deprived of companions. Here I want to explain a little bit more. According to the Buddha, in our life, we are born as humans. It is because of wholesome karma. So the karma that gives us the human rebirth is wholesome karma. But after human birth, there are two actions following us. In the teaching of the Buddha, it gives an example. There are two arrows following all of us. One is wholesome arrow, another unwholesome. If our present karma is unwholesome karma, the unwholesome arrows shoot us because of our present bad karma. So if our present karma is wholesome, the arrows that following us all the time, wholesome and unwholesome. So if we our present karma is unwholesome karma, and wholesome karma that following us, it shoots us, it gives it. Because of this reason, if someone is successful, if someone is being rich, it is because of their past karma and present karma. So if we see someone is successful, it is not necessary, no need to be jealous on them because they're successful because of their present and past karma. The central teaching of the Buddha is understanding the law of karma. If we see someone who is successful and very rich, so we can understand it is because of karma and its result. So instead of feeling jealous, so we should feel rejoice on their success. So feeling jealous on the gains and honor being received in others is for the lack of companions. But the rejoicing will be for the multitude of companions. So another one. What is the cause and condition of the poor and wealthy? So not giving food, not giving clothing, carriages, garlands, scents, beds, dwelling and lands. To recluses of Brahmins leads to poverty. So giving such requisites to them leads to wealth. So now in the world, some countries are rich, some are poor. How about Korea? Korea, is it rich or poor? Yeah? Poor or rich?
Yeah, once we were poor. Once upon a time we were poor.
Please, yes? I'm not clear. Okay, now we are rich. Okay, so some country once upon a time they are poor. Some country now they are rich. Some country once upon a time they are rich. Now they are very poor too. So as you all know, so before once upon a time Korea it is poor, but because the people they make much effort, they try diligently in their daily life that they become rich. As I have explained all of you. Two arrows following us. One is wholesome, one is unwholesome. Even we are poor, if we make much effort at the present life, the present effort can give very good results, but maybe not to the extent what we want, but maybe to the extent what it can give its result only. So because of past karma and because of present karma, people become rich, people become poor. And Buddha said, whenever we see the results, mainly it is because of the past cause. Do you understand this explanation? The main cause is past cause. Present karma is just supporting to make all of you understand more clearly. Some at the present they try very very hard, but they can't get as they want. But some they try not as hard as that person, but they can attain to a certain condition as they desire to. Someone who has practiced giving in the past. So it is the cause for wealth that if we have accumulated such type of karma in the past, at the present, if we do something not as hard as others, we can become rich easily. And if there is no very powerful, strong past karma, if we try our best in this present life, we can survive, but we will not be a rich person. That's why now, because of present effort, now you all understand, as the gentleman told me, once upon a time we are poor, now we are rich. If you want to carry that rich wealth together with you to the future, what do you need to do? It is giving. Giving food, giving clothing, giving carriages, garlands, scents, beds, dwelling, lands, to those who need and those who are virtuous. Without giving, all we possess in this very life will be all in vain. We will leave all behind one day when we leave this body behind. So giving leads to wealth. So another question is, what is the cause and conditions of being low-born and high-born? One who does not honor those who worthy of honor will be low-born. Why? One who honors those to whom honor is due will be high-born. There are people worthy of honor. If we don't honor to those worthy of honor, if this karma give results, we will be low-born person. If you honor those to whom honor is due, will be high-born. So being honored, what is the action of being honored? Sometimes there will be someone who is worthy of honor. If those type of person come standing up, so paying respect and not being proud, this is the action of the way of showing honor towards those worthy of honor. If we are very proud of ourselves and if we look down others, so it will be for the result of low-born. So being proud, this is very dangerous for our life. It will not give good results. Give results as a low-born person. And the last question is, what is the cause and conditions of stupid and wise? So Buddha said, not visiting a recluse or Brahmin and asking questions such as, Venerable Sir, what is wholesome? What is unwholesome? What is blameable? What is blameless? What should be cultivated and what should not be cultivated? What kinds of action will lead to my harm and suffering for a long time? So Buddha appeared in the world and then established the Sangha order. So Buddha appeared in the world and established Sangha order. So Sangha, now they are doing missionary work to deliver the true teaching of the Buddha. So according to my understanding, we don't see in any teaching, complete teaching in any teaching. Only the Buddha teaching is complete and nothing which needed to be added to the teaching of the Buddha. In the same way, there is nothing wrong in the teaching of the Buddha. Also, there is nothing blameable in the teaching of the Buddha. Everything is blameless and wholesome. as I have given the talk, what are humans doing? And as I have asked in my talk, do people really know wholesome and wholesome? As you heard yesterday, people in the world, they don't really know what is wholesome and wholesome. So visiting a recluse or Brahmin and asking questions such as, Venerable Sir, what is wholesome, what is unwholesome is the thing we need to do. Also, we should ask what is blameable and what is blameless. What should be cultivated and what should not be cultivated. So too, what kinds of action will lead to my harm and suffering for a long time, and what kinds of actions will lead to my welfare and happiness for a long time. So not visiting and asking such questions leads to stupidity. Visiting a recluse or Brahmin and asking such questions leads to wisdom. Now you see the cause and conditions of stupidity and cause and conditions of wisdom. But approaching recluse or Brahmin nowadays must be very careful. Why? Because there are many recluse or Brahmin, there are many those who are not following the teaching of the Buddha, those who are just emphasizing their own idea. That's why we need to understand what is the true teaching of the Buddha. So to be able to understand the true teaching, to be able to perceive the true teaching, if you have no opportunity often to approach and ask monks and recluse, you should study the teaching of the Buddha in a book form. After reading books, there may be something which is not clear to your mind at that time. If you approach and ask, so it will be for the welfare of you too. Every result has its own cause. Different causes generate different results. These are experienced in our surroundings and are the result of our previous actions. External beings are not responsible for the conditions of our life. And I will repeat again. External beings are not responsible for the conditions of our life. It is our own past deeds that condition our life. It is through our own intentions and actions that we cast a mold for our life. What we do today will bear fruit tomorrow, not only in this life, but also in future life. Just as a skillful artist has the ability to produce a masterpiece, in the same way, a skillful person has the ability to act in ways that will bring into being a future life masterpiece. On the other hand, unskillful actions will cause the opposite effect. Who is a skillful person? Who is an unskillful person? The one who has right knowledge may become a skillful person, and the one who has no right knowledge may not be a skillful person. Even we attain right knowledge, if we don't practice accordingly, so it will not produce a masterpiece too. So to produce a masterpiece, we need the right knowledge, we need a skill. How can we gain the right knowledge? So the right knowledge can be gained through learning the Lord Buddha's teaching. In the Iti-Bodhaka, the Buddha says, so there are these three grounds for meritorious activity. Which three? The ground for meritorious activity made of giving, and made of virtue, the ground for meritorious activity made of development, meditation. So these are the three grounds for meritorious activity. So among the three, let us give priority to exploring the ground for meritorious activity made of giving. So through the act of giving, people create a better mold for a better life. The Buddha said, if beings knew as I know the results of giving and sharing, they would not eat without having given, nor would the stain of selfishness overcome their minds. I will repeat again. If beings knew as I know the results of giving and sharing, they would not eat without having given, the stain of selfishness would not overcome their minds. The Buddha said, even if it were their last bite, their last mouthful, they would not eat without having shared, if there was someone to receive their gift. So, in our daily life, is it possible for all of us to do offering giving? Is it possible? Are you doing? Try. So now I will quote the words of the Buddha. One time, the Buddha explained the benefit of giving and what we can at least do every day. We bhikkhu, we eat 2 meals a day. How many meals do you take? Now we have 2 meals only. But in your home, how many meals?
3.
3. Some 4, some 5. Okay, so for example, after taking morning meal, you wash your plate. The Buddha said, after washing your plate, so there is the dirty water or washing water. And if you throw, so wishing those bacteria living on the ground, may they eat this food. So it will give its result, what Buddha said. The one who takes 3 meals can offer 3 times. So that's why Buddha gave this answer from his own lips. Why Buddha gave this answer? Because one day, one of the Brahmin approached the Buddha. So he has no faith on Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha at that time. So when he approached the Buddha and then he asked a question, Master Gautama, is it true that you told there is no benefit of offering to other people? There is only benefit of offering offered to my disciples and myself. The Buddha said, I don't say, but I say that if you offer even washing water after you finish eating, if you throw wishing, may all beings, those living, may all bacteria be able to eat this food. So it is also beneficial for those who do it. This is what I say. Because of this reason, Buddha said, if beings knew as I know the results of giving and sharing, they would not eat without having given. Even if it were their last bite, their last mouthful, they would not eat without having shared. But because beings do not know as I know the results of giving and sharing, they eat without having given. Also it is explained in the text, if you offer one me, enough me, to an animal. So it will give its results 100 lives in the future. So to the ordinary persons who are not virtuous, and to the virtuous person, to the noble person, so they will give their results more and more, higher and higher. That's why Buddha said, because of not knowing the results of giving and sharing as I know, people eat without having given. Because of not knowing the results of giving and sharing as the Buddha knows, stinginess overcomes our minds. That's why the Buddha said, giving seems like a battle. Through stinginess and negligence, a gift is not given. Understand? Giving seems like a battle. Through stinginess and negligence, a gift is not given. Is it easy to fight a battle? Not easy. Also, it is not easy to win the battle. It is also not easy to make win the stinginess and negligence. Because of stingy, because of negligence, the gift is not given. So this is a battle hard to win. Those who are generous, giving is not difficult. But those who are very, very stingy, so giving becomes very difficult thing to do. That's why for those who are stingy, giving seems like a battle. Through stinginess and negligence, a gift is not given, said by the Buddha. So now I am going to speak to you about the benefit of giving and sharing. This talk is based on a sutta from the Devata Samyutta in the Sakkara Samyutta that points out the importance of knowing what to give. The title of the sutta is Gendada, which means giving what. So before I begin, let me first explain the difference between the resultant experience of those who give alms in contrast to those who don't, by quoting a sutta called The Benefits of Alms Giving. Have you ever heard the benefits of alms giving? Here in Korea, it is not easy to get the opportunity to offer alms food. Only in our country, bhikkhus, we go for alms every morning. So because of this reason, people can offer. So this sutta, it is from Anguttara Nikaya, chapter 5. There it is said, on one occasion, the Blessed One was dwelling at Savatthi in Jeta's group, offered by the Anatta Pinikas. At that time, Princess Sumana, with a following of 500 court ladies and 500 chariots, came to see the Blessed One. Having arrived, she paid homage to the Blessed One, sat down to one side and said, Buddha, suppose there are two disciples of the Buddha who are equal in faith, equal in virtue, and equal in wisdom. One is an alms giver and the other is not. And these two, after death, would be reborn in a happy state, in a heavenly world. Having become Devas, Buddha, would there be any distinction or difference between them? So the Buddha said, there would be Sumana. The one who has given alms, having become a Deva, will surpass the non-giver in 5 ways: in divine lifespan, divine beauty, divine happiness, divine fame, and divine power. So the Princess Sumana has another question. But Buddha, if these two pass away from the celestial realm, return to this human world again, would there still be some distinction or difference between them when they become humans again? The Buddha said, there will be Prince Sumana, the one who has given alms, having become a human being, will surpass the non-giver in 5 ways: in human lifespan, human beauty, human happiness, human fame, and human power. What is the lifespan of the Korean people? 75. Are Korean people beauty? Very beautiful. Are Korean people happy? They are very happy, no? Are Korean people fame? Are Korean people have power? If you have these all, maybe you are those who have done alms giver before. So if you have in this very life, so to receive this reward in the future, you all need to make use of this real human existence. Okay, so this is the knowledge given by the Buddha. And then the Prince Sumana asked another question. Buddha, if these two should go forth from home into homeless life of monkhood, will there be any distinction or difference between them when they are monks? So the Buddha said, there would be Prince Sumana, the one who has given alms, having become a monk, will surpass the non-giver in 5 ways. So we bhikkhus choose from home into the homeless life of monkhood. We see the difference between monk. We see the different results received by the different monks. So the one who has given alms, having become a monk, will surpass the non-giver in 5 ways. So the one who has given alms, when he became a bhikkhu, he is often asked to accept robes, and it is rare that he is not asked. The one who has given alms, he is often asked to accept alms food, and it is rare that he is not asked. So the one who has given alms, he is often asked to accept a dwelling, and it is rare that he is not asked. The one who has given alms, he is often asked to accept medicine, and it is rare that he is not asked. Furthermore, his fellow monks are usually friendly towards him in deeds, in words, in thoughts. It is rare that they are unfriendly. The gifts they bring him are mostly pleasing, and it is rare that they are not pleasing. Then the Prince Sumana asked the last question to the Buddha. Buddha, if both of them attain arhatship, would there still be some distinction or difference between them? So the Buddha declared, in that case, Prince Sumana, there will be no difference between one liberation and the other. What did the Buddha declare? There will be no distinction, difference between one liberation and another. So one day, one of my disciples here, practicing meditation, asked me, after attaining arhatship, do they not come to the world again? So in the Samyutta Nikaya, there are many places Buddha had declared. You all heard in the talks what are humans doing. The 5 causes of an educated village girl who reborn as an educated city woman. So the Buddha said, if there is ignorance, if there is a rising of ignorance, there will be the arising of volitional formations. If there is a rising of volitional formation, there will be a rising of consciousness. If there is a rising of consciousness, there will be a rising of ultimate mentality and materiality. If there is a rising of materiality and mentality, there will be a rising of six sense phases. You know six sense phases? Okay? This is six sense phases. So if there is a rising of six sense phases, there will be contact. If there is a rising of contact, there will be a rising of feeling. If there is a rising of feeling, there will be a rising of craving. If there is a rising of craving, there will be a rising of clinging. If there is a rising of clinging, there will be a rising of becoming. Becoming means birth. If there is the arising of becoming, there will be old age, sickness and death. Who is Arahant? The one who has no ignorance at all. So Buddha said the opposite. If there is no arising of ignorance, there will be no arising of volitional formations. If there is no arising of volitional formations, there will be no arising of consciousness. If there is no arising of consciousness, there will be no arising of mentality and materiality. Our mentality and materiality start in our mother womb. If there is no avijja, ignorance, if there is no volitional formations, if there is no consciousness, how can there be new existences? Okay? In the same way, if there is no mentality and materiality, there will be no six sense basis. If there is no six sense basis, there will be no what? Contact. Okay? If there is no contact, there will be no feeling. If there is no feeling, there will be no craving, clinging, no birth. That's why there is no difference between one liberation and another. When someone attains arahantship, the removing of the defilements is same. If there is no ignorance, there will be no existences at all. Okay? So that's why this is the words of the Buddha. So when the Princess Sumana heard there is no distinction between one liberation and the other, he said, it is wonderful, Buddha. It is marvelous. One has indeed good reason to give alms, good reason to do meritorious deeds. If they will be of help to one as a deva, or of help as a human, as a monk. Moreover, will be tomorrow. Okay? Any questions?
My question is, in your Dhamma talk, you mentioned the causes of conditions of healthy or unhealthy, poor or rich. That wisdom or knowledge is only declared by the Buddha, or disciples can realize or understand through their practice.
It will be different according to the parami. For example, those who practice their past lives, there are two ways of practicing. Buddha teaches two methods. One is through insight knowledge. Another is through psychic power. Okay? Through psychic power, they can definitely know. Okay? They can even know their name, their relatives, their name, the place they live. This way. What is the karma exactly? They can hear too, through discerning from this life.
Isn't it that samatha leads to psychic power and vipassana practice leads to insight knowledge?
Samatha, samadhi is both for insight and psychic. Okay? Buddha said to know and see things as they really are, develop concentration. But that development is mostly up to fourth jhana, what we are talking. Psychic power, we need to practice more and more. The 11th way of practicing. So, 8 attainments. We have to practice kasina meditation. Have you ever heard kasina? White kasina, black kasina, yellow kasina, red kasina, up kasina, fire kasina, wind kasina, water kasina. We have to practice up to 8 attainments for each one. 14 ways. Need to master our mind. Yeah?
I'm going already in the 6 psychic power.
Oh no, I have. Those who could practice psychic power, they can see 100 lives, 200 lives, 300 lives, 1,000 lives they can see. It depends on their past body too. Psychic power is not for everybody, just for very few person, those whose karma is very powerful. If you try, you may.
If we suggest our family members who are not willing to give almsgiving, let's say I have my family member but that person is not willing to give almsgiving, but I insist and make him or her do it, then would there be any benefit for that person by doing it unintentionally, with no willingness?
So, it is also beneficial compared to those who understand law of karma. It is a weak one. For example, in our country also there are many young children, very young. They emulate their parents. They don't know the law of karma. They have no such knowledge yet. Their elders offer, parents offer to emulate. So they offer. So at that time, the action is not based on karma and the knowledge of understanding law of karma. It will give its result, but not as strong as those who understand law of karma. Have you ever noticed? Sometimes when we see someone, we are willing to give that person something. But sometimes we see someone we don't want to give that person. Finally we offer because that person, when he did wholesome karma, he unwillingly do that karma. That's why when it gives its result, also people, they give unwillingly sometimes. However, you should try step by step to make them understand the benefit of almsgiving by explaining.
Is there karmic force for the nation? If so, what are the factors? How that force is formed?
Ordination.
Karmic force, karma for the nation.
For the nation.
Yes.
Oh. So, our bodhisattva. Do you hear? Do you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So our bodhisattva, he fulfilled the barami with 3 intentions. Okay? Nyata-tatsriya, Loka-tatsriya, Buddha-tatsriya. He practiced for three things. First, for his relatives. His relatives mean his country. Another thing is Lokatasriya, for the world. Another thing is to become a Buddha. So if we sacrifice our life for our nations, for our family, for our relatives, it is also wholesome deeds. Without expecting any return, it will be fulfilling Bharami. What do you want to be because of that action? According to your wish, you will be.
His question actually was, is there a karmic force toward or for a certain nation as collective karmic force?
Okay, I understand another one. Karmic force towards the nation.
The reason why I was asking is this. Burmese people are they are loving peace and they are alms-giving people. Ceylon, Sri Lanka, also a Buddhist country, they are also alms-giving, but they are suffering from internal conflict. And Burmese, I'm so sorry about what has happened lately in Burma. There is damage done by tornadoes. I'm so sorry. I hope your family has not been directly affected. But given that, why those people are suffered?
Because according to the Buddha, those who have accumulated karma at that time, they do black and white mixing. Okay? Wholesome and wholesome mixing. Because of this reason, one give good results, another give bad results in this way. Most of the people, they have spent their roundabouts doing both wholesome and wholesome mixing. Because of this reason, they cannot give clear results, complex results.
Isn't the activity of giving almsgiving for the sake of abiding the sila is kind of this mixing, black and white, the mixture of black and white karmic force.
Black and white means those who make an offering, the time they are offering, mostly they are happy with their offering. Before offering, sometimes they are angry with someone. So before and after, it's surrounded by and wholesome. That karma is not pure and powerful one. It gives its result but weak. But for those who practice sila, based on sila, if they do offering, it will give great result. Because their ground is on sila.
The question is, if a lay person wants to build dwelling for on the clouds, but
For
the bhikkhu or bhikkhuni, and the bhikkhu or bhikkhuni doesn't want to accept that because she or he wants to practice her own practice. So if the bhikkhuni or bhikkhu does reject the offering, is there any bad karma?
As a bhikkhu, as a bhikkhuni, we should consider for the benefit of donors. That's why if we willingly offer, even if it is not for our own sake, for the benefit of others, if we accept, which will record the great benefit for later Buddha.
Also, I think the video that must be a person which want to stay there.
I want to stay there.
Yes, because they may want to stay there for out.
They don't want other people to stay in that room.
Yes, so someone.
They wait there just for them.
Yes, sometimes.
In our Pond monastery also, our local people offer many bathings too. But some foreigners who come and practice, some they offer too. The time they went there, they stayed there. And the time they went back, he let other meditators stay there. In this way, it becomes very beneficial for meditating. In this way, if we think, and if we negotiate first, it is better. If you stay here, you stay in that room. If you are not staying here, you will let other people practice there. In this way we should discuss. Okay. So today let's stop here.